We're going to move on. The video of Dolly's niece that was shown was gross. CPS documents being read out of that said niece, whether she was 19, 25, 45, or 15. Makes no difference to me. It was gross. But let's be very clear when we say Savage is not the only person who chose to fire up and live and show those things at that point in time. Queen B, you played that video. Now, just because you threw a little screen over it so you couldn't see the thing, we could all hear it. You absolutely replayed the shit, and it was gross. Don't try and throw that in Savage's face now when your ass was sitting right there. Isn't that what you guys are saying? You sat right here and co-signed all the shit. Don't try and throw it in somebody else's face. Are you fucking kidding me? You played that, right? Get out of here. It's so ridiculous. Let's talk about sitting next to somebody. I, me, Nunya, I don't know about anybody else. I'm speaking only for myself. When y'all were talking about Molly and her jack jaw and her lines of cocaine and shit, do you know where I was? I was trying to figure out why the fuck she was spreading a lie about a Marine veteran dying. That's what I was focused on. I didn't give three fucks if she was snorting everything up her nose that she wanted to. You know why? Because that shit is not relevant when you're showing what a trash person somebody is. Because they give you enough content on their actions for you to show that. So again, if you're saying that I, Nunya, have shamed somebody's drug use, I want receipts. Oh, you're not the boss of me, then stop fucking saying it if it's not true. Now, did Joneson sit up there and laugh? Maybe she did. That's Joneson. Hold her to that shit. Did Deet sit up in there and laugh? She says she didn't. So I'm going to go with she didn't. Show receipts. Y'all stand there and you talk so much shit all day, every day, and you show zero receipts for the shit that you say. B. Tim, stop saying that I need to demand or ban Sinner out of the HOA for lying with no receipts. We've addressed that. Okay. Because your ass got banned. Your ass got banned because you're missing body parts. And by body parts, I mean a brain and a backbone. You stand next to a person doxing, lying, tragedy pimping, doing drama in the middle of a fucking stream with Sebastian's picture on the thumbnail, his name in the title, he's hashtag in there. There's content about him in there. Oh, but that's okay, right, B Tim? That's not what you call out everybody else for, right, B Tim? Fuck out of here. And when I ask you for receipts of a claim that you have made against myself, your response is, Nunya's not the boss of me. Okay, then you're a liar. Be okay with being called a liar. Be okay with having no credibility moving forward because you lie about things. When you lie, that's why your credibility takes a hit. We don't say shit without that. If I say some shit, you can guarantee I've got some receipts. Oh, but Nunya lied when she went on Queen's panel and said that Queen was doing these things with so and so and such and such, such and such. Right. I didn't lie. I have the receipts. To this day, I have the receipts. But you know what? What I realized is by throwing their name out there, they started to be attacked behind the scenes. And I felt like that was fucking wrong of me. So I reflected on what the impact of my words had on those people by bringing up what they had gone through. And I didn't want that to continue to happen. So I chose not to go any further with it. And I chose not to put it out. I made a choice. That's the difference. If those people could be and safe, not physically safe, but safe from the bullying or hyenaing that you all absolutely know that you do, I'd put them out in a second. It would be not even a second thought. But they're not. And that's okay. It is what it is. I'm fine with that. Moving right along. Apparently, everybody on the internet's going to get it today. Nobody that I roll with is attempting to say that Betty is a good person who does good things and cares about the victims of families. Nobody is saying Betty should win in life. What we're saying is we choose not to bash her on a daily basis like you all. I think she's a tragedy pimp to this day. I think while if her current case with the parents of this family does not go the way that you all hope and pray and lose sleep over, if it doesn't go that way, I think there will be the next family and the next family and the next family. That absolutely will happen until actual laws change. That's the only thing that's going to change it. A defamation lawsuit or countersuit isn't going to change her being a tragedy pimp. A injunction isn't going to change her from being a tragedy pimp. Just kind of encourages it, to be honest. A um, a protective order, obviously, that's not stopping shit. So y'all can say all these court things are going to stop her, but until an actual law gets changed that is specifically preventing the type of shit that she does, spreading misinformation, spreading disinformation, lying, stalking, any of that kind of stuff, in my opinion, she's not going to change. Does that mean it shouldn't be called out? Absolutely should be called out, but call out her fuck shit. And honestly, as you recently have said, everybody talking about you brings you so many more subs, and you're so grateful for all the new subs. Well, guess what? Same thing happens for her. Anytime you talk about anybody, people go looking because they're curious and they get there. And if they like what they see when they get there, they figure that person was wrong and then they move on from there. It's how it works. You're doing the same thing. What you're doing is counterproductive to what you actually want to do. That moves us into Britney Jay. I know that she has done some really trash things, both on a personal level to some of her ex mods, her ex friends, people who she may have been cool with at one point in time. That was wrong of her to do. Hurting others that she was friends with at one point in time or cool with at one point in time was not right. A lot of her grifting, she comes on the internet, she asks for money. I don't agree with it, but if her people want to give her the money, no different than lawsuit funds. People want to give you money for that shit, go ahead. It's their money. They should be able to do that, right? Who cares? She's been very reckless in cases. She has allowed people to come up on her panel and be in her chat and speak about things that should not have been spoke about when it comes to the parents of families. She has done harm. She does not minimize harm. She does harm to cases and victims and families. What I did see her say, and I hope that it's the truth, all I can do is take somebody on their word. I seen her say in a chat, I think yesterday or the day before, something like that, that she is listening and she is actively working on making some changes. Will she fuck up? Absolutely. Just like all of us who are fucked up and have issues and whatever. She will fuck up. 100% she will. That can be called out. Sure. Why wouldn't it be? You want to put that out there. Should she be given the grace to do it? If you choose to give grace, then give grace. I hope that she does change. I hope that she does take the feedback. I hope that she isn't gaslighting a bunch of people to make them believe that she's going to take the feedback just to be able to get in with them and get new subs and get a whole new set of creators that can bond with her and give her a chance and to be able to go from there. We have a lot of people that we've given chances to, and some of them have improved. Some of them have left the internet after those chances were given. Some of them were handled very graciously. Some of them went right back to their nasty ways. But grace was given. While everybody is bringing up old shit, Okay. Everybody's bringing up old shit, right? There are people doing things to this day. Everybody keeps wondering, why is everybody coming for Queen Bee? Why don't you just leave her alone? Leave her alone. She's so innocent. No, she's currently doing things. That's the problem. This isn't old shit that she's doing. Everything she's bringing up is old shit, but everything she's doing right now is in real time and current. In the last, what? I'm going to say 30 to 45 days. I didn't check the calendar on it, but in the last 30 to 45 days, she has shown minors pictures. She has thrown a video of minors at people and lied on top of that for the police reports. And she has gone real life against somebody else. And by going real life, did she look shit up? No, of course, because she does no research on her own. But old Miss Arnold over there, she showed us Miss Arnold over there was more than happy to throw the information on over there that she zoomed in and Google Earth to find where Britney was. Queen showed that on her live stream the other night. I don't know who that is, but God, how much do you have to hate Britney to be zooming in on her doctor's office to go and look shit up? I don't even know that it's even factual because y'all didn't show no actual receipts that would show you showed the outside of a building with green shutters. Maybe there's a million white buildings with green shutters there. I don't fucking know. Maybe it's a whole business park with white buildings and green shutters. Nobody fucking knows. That's the whole point. But y'all are so eager to drag it out that you won't even fact check shit. You don't even want to know what the truth is. You just are so willing to run with the lie, and y'all don't retract shit. Whether if any of you lie, you don't correct it. If any of you make up stuff, you don't correct it. There's no accountability. If you go back and listen to the streams that some of us, right? I wasn't around. I think I was only around for about maybe 6 to 8 months. But if you go back and listen to live streams where some of your favorite creators today were on those panels, and you listen to them, and then you listen to a current live stream, you can hear a change. I don't care who you are, you can hear a fucking change. Does stress do that to you? Absolutely, it does. Does people pointing out your bullshit constantly do that to you? I can imagine that's not a nice place to be either. But here's an idea: maybe just don't do it. Don't continue doing those same behaviors. Moving right along. I would like to make it very clear my stance on something because, Laura, you seem very, 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 very thirsty for answers, and you have lots of questions, and you don't agree with anything that anybody ever does. But okay, let me make this very clear. You calling CPS was wrong. You knowing that the mother of a child was a good mother and you calling was wrong. What's worse is the excuses and piss poor shit you had to say when it came to you taking accountability. The excuses you have continued to make. That's why people won't fuck with you that gave you grace at one point in time. It's not about what you did back then, which was wrong. I don't take that away. Nobody deserves that. Makeup Monster didn't deserve that. Her kid didn't deserve that. Her husband didn't deserve that. And CPS didn't deserve that. Nobody deserved that shit for talking shit about you on the internet. What matters to me right this second, though, is that to this moment, you still have not taken true accountability. All of your, yeah, I shouldn't have done it, but no, there's no buts, there's no ands. I shouldn't have done it. I'm so mad at myself that I got that far into it that I I would never do that again. I would absolutely check myself before I got to that stream. But instead you're like, yeah, but somebody goes after you for 3 years straight, you just would know it. I don't give a fuck if somebody talks about you all day every day. You know what you have the right to do? Log the fuck off. You don't have to listen to it. You don't have to get clips to it. You don't have to watch screenshots of it. The only way to know that somebody is talking about you for 3 years is to fucking be watching them talk about you for 3 fucking years. Oh, she came after my business. You put your business on the fucking internet, Laura. You absolutely put your business on the internet. So when you post shit like your candles or your whatever, those wax melts or whatever they are, whatever you're calling them today, when you put that shit out there, you know what it does? It shows everybody on the internet. And guess what? It opens up the fucking assholes on the internet to give their opinion of what they're looking at. And they have every right to. That's not bashing your business. That's not coming for your business. It's assholes on the internet giving their opinion. And if you don't like their opinion, then either A, don't post your shit, or B, ignore them. Fuck off that they talk shit on the internet so you had to go to that level and that's your fucking excuse for it. Fuck that. Stop fucking asking everybody when you don't really want to hear why you want to be accountable. You message here, you email there, you do this, you do that to try and get answers. No. How about you just look within yourself? Nobody on the internet should have to tell you why what you did was wrong and how it was wrong and why they don't fuck with you. If somebody has cut you off or blocked you in their chat or doesn't allow you to come on, guess what? There's probably a reason for it. And if they're not willing to explain the reason, guess why? It's because you're not fucking open to it and you don't take feedback and you take no accountability. Now, at this point, you've got to sit in your shit. And if you're sitting in that shit with 5 people, 100 people, 200 people, good for you. The people who choose to stand by and support you, they will support you. Good for them. But the people who are done with you not taking accountability and who have walked away from you and your grace, your level of grace. Now, some of us are really graceful people like myself. Absolutely. Did a lot of people tell me you were this kind of person? Absolutely they did. But I gave grace. That shit is their beef. It's from a long time ago. I don't need to pay attention to it. I waited until I heard your accountability live stream. And let's be honest, you're not really sorry that you did it. You're sorry you got fucking caught. You never came out yourself knowing that you had done this. You never came out and said, listen, I really need to tell you guys something. I need to be accountable for something because it's really eating away at me. It should eat away at you. You should not be able to sleep at night knowing that you potentially could have changed a child's life. You didn't know what CPS would do. You didn't know what kind of shitty worker may have possibly have shown up that day. You didn't know that. You say you did. You did not. There was no way for you to have known that. You thought, you hoped, but you didn't. So again, the shit that you have created, you got to sit in it until you find a new audience. Talking over and over and over about any of the people who won't fuck with you, who have now blocked you, or won't answer emails, or won't answer text messages, or won't answer your questions on their live stream, there's your answer. Because some of us really value true accountability. True accountability does come with you being very apologetic for the shit that you did, and not one time in all of your 15 accountability live streams at this point, maybe 4, I don't know, but not one time have you ever sounded truly apologetic. It has always been, but what about what she did to me? I'm sorry, you're not a fucking victim here. You don't get to play the victim. Not in this particular situation. You are not the victim. You made her your victim. And that was fucking wrong, period. That's all the time you'll get from me. Congratulations. There's your what? Maybe 5, 7 minutes, maybe 10. I don't fucking know. You're welcome. Moving right along from there.